Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back. Once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we are checking out the newest episode of Superman and Lois. This is Season 1, Episode 8, Holding the Wrench. Now, not really sure what that title means. We'll figure out within the episode. Then again, titles are very important because the last episode, the big reveal, was titled Man of Steel, and it wasn't actually referencing Superman at all. It wasn't talking about Superman. It was talking about John Henry Irons, who we thought was Lex Luthor this entire time, or a version of Luthor. We're like, he's not going to be Luthor, I mean, Captain Luthor, all this stuff pointing to him being a Luthor from another Earth, clearly. But then, no. John Henry Irons, a.k.a. Steel. Good. It was such a good fucking reveal. It was so well done. It was so well done to subvert our expectations on who this stranger is, who this person is. Because there were so many thoughts and opinions. Not once did I hear someone say, I think he might be John Henry Irons. I think he might be Steel. I never once heard that at all. Doesn't mean someone out there didn't guess it. I'm just saying I never heard it. I always heard he's a version of Lex. He's Alexander Luthor. He's a version of this Luthor or this or this. Like, I never once heard John Henry Irons. The episode ended with Superman saying that, you know, once Lane gets in the morning, I'm going to go see him first. I want to talk to him first. So I'm ready to get to this shit because I have been waiting patiently. I hate the week-long wait between episodes, and especially that huge-ass break we had to wait. After episode 5, we had to wait for freaking ever for new episodes. But the show's back. It's kicking ass. People are loving the shit out of this. I'm loving the shit out of this. To me, it's the best Arrowverse show right now. Hands down, no question. There's no comparison. It's the best Arrowverse show right now airing. So let's get into it now, guys. Episode 8, Holding the Wrench. Let's go.
And I am worried that if I can't pull it together, we're gonna add people suddenly getting powers. Mystery guy trying to kill your dad, so we just wanted to check in and see how you were doing with all of it.
Can I be excused, or?
We're not talking.
No.
Listen, the stuff that we're
Here.
dealing with would be a lot.
Looks like a normal RV.
Classic
At first.
Exactly.
Be careful.
You're a theater kid.
No, not.
No. Maybe? No?
About trying out.
Hello, John Henry Irons.
Have a seat, John. That is your real name, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get here?
Ballistic shields failing.
Hang on!
What?
All you need to know is I'm the one who's gonna end you.
Oh, shit.
I'll turn on humanity. The Kryptonians are here, and you joining them is the last I'll know to fall before it all goes down.
Damn.
I'm not saying another word until you bring me Lois Lane. Why do you want to see Lois Lane?
Well.
Answer the question. Not until I talk to her. She
Damn.
doesn't want to talk to you. She was the love of my life. My wife.
I was enraged.
So this is a flash forward sequence?
No idea the things that I said.
Okay,
I read
okay.
your articles, your critiques.
I mean, other than the suit, this guy was just like me. Right up until he started killing innocent people.
It doesn't matter. That's not you. And if John Henry wants to save humanity here, he has to accept that.
Where he's from, we're allies. I could use that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have faith in you, General. But I'm gonna get my things.
Sorry, I didn't get to meet you, son.
Mm.
Seemed really cool.
I think no, she's not alive because Earth's probably destroyed, so.
Humanity.
Oh my god, dude, turn it off. Turn it off. Lockdown initiated.
Identification required.
Okay. Jonathan Kent. John Kent.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn.
You don't go snooping around some guy from another world's murder band.
He had to find out more information.
I thought it was safe earlier. You and Jordan basically are
weapons. I am the only one in this house that is completely unarmed.
Jonathan, your mother and I will protect you.
Really?
Yes.
You knew there was a risk. I know you did, and yet you went in anyway, alone, behind my back. And if you had died, the only person that would have been to blame is yourself.
Oh God.
Get out of my face!
Yeah, this is the nuclear moment.
Mr. Cushing,
It's Laura.
here to see Lana?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just know that Mr. Edge is quite interested in you. I know he hopes you'll reconsider.
Oh my God.
I appreciate that.
No, she didn't want him in the program. She declined.
$150,000.
Oh boy.
Leslie Laura said Morgan Edge wanted me for that position. If Morgan Edge wants me,
She doesn't want you in that position because something's up.
See where I'm from, you talk tough. You never drug or tortured prisoners. You've been sitting here and telling me about myself. What if there were more Kryptonians? A dozen or so. And he decided he was loyal to them. He won't turn. We are his people.
Sounds like you felt helpless, powerless.
Yeah. She had a
Not
call.
like I have in a long time.
I'm sure. Since your miscarriage. Miscarriages are pretty common. Common, yes, but they can also be traumatic.
Natalie.
Your problems are over.
What the fuck? Wait a minute.
Now you. Your problems are just getting started.
Lois, we respond to grief in many ways. But you have to realize this.
Is this the part where you tell me the miscarriage wasn't my fault? Because the guilt that I feel.
Lois, you have control over your life in a way most don't. But the things you can't control, you have to learn to accept them and let them go.
Yeah.
Your miscarriage wasn't because of something you did or didn't do.
Some days I can't get myself out the box.
Okay.
They had a family, a child, a daughter named Natalie. After my mother.
Yeah.
Sector 5, you can't go. That's where you're keeping your stockpile of kryptonite.
Yes.
Research and development. About a dozen prototypes for kryptonite-based weapons. The only prisoner who needs help is you.
Wow. Holy shit, that was quick.
You're on the wrong side.
He can't handle it. He can't handle it. Ooh.
Mission complete. How's your enemy? I figure, why take the chance?
Exactly. Thank God.
John, I know about Natalie. I know what happened on your world.
Yeah.
To you.
You don't know what's coming.
John, our worlds are different.
Yeah.
Our Superman is good. He would never turn on us, ever.
You should know it was my sincere intention none of this would ever be deployed. Sam, I'm gonna save you the trouble of lying to my face. Wow. Trust goes both ways. You know? And I know I have some work to do to regain yours. Lois has a theory. She thinks that Morgan Edge has found a way to transfer alien sentience
Yes.
into humanoids.
Somehow.
Kryptonians.
Yeah.
When you and your brother were about 18 months old, I got pregnant.
Okay.
I ended up losing the baby, so it's really not something I talk about much. Promise me you will never go rogue on me like that.
I mean, if he gets powers, he might. I think he might get powers still.
In this family who gets what you're going through.
If there really is a war coming, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Okay.
Trust. I'll let you live. Doesn't mean I'm ready to fight by your side. I understand. Start a new one for me. John Henry Irons.
Certainly.
There you guys have it, Holding the Wrench. This was a very emotional episode. I wasn't prepared for this amount of emotion. Jeez. Because I thought the main focus of this episode was going to be about John Henry Irons and the back and forth between Superman and him. And that was a good portion of it. Okay, that was still there, and I'm glad we got it. But there was a lot of like Lois in this episode that I wasn't expecting, and it got really emotional and really just like, wow, I did not see this coming at all. But I think that is the beauty of this show. They surprise you. They surprise you with stuff that blows your mind. So we start off with Lois having some sort of like conversation. At first it seemed like conversation. Then it turns into, oh, this is a therapy session. And then you're like, okay, so something happened, something's wrong. And I like that this took place, but we're cutting back and forth. And it really started off just about Jonathan not doing what he was told. They go into the RV from John Henry Irons, Lois and Jonathan, and they're doing some getting some information, doing some research, whatever. I know what I'm saying. And they find, in the back of the RV, they find this like computer type device that is showcasing photos, and they see where he was married to Lois on his Earth, and they had a daughter, Natalie. Jonathan goes back by himself after Lois says, don't go back in until I'm ready, because it's a lot to process, because, oh, I was married to him on his Earth. What? Like, it's a lot to take in. And then Jonathan witnesses the same footage that John and Natalie saw on their Earth where Lois dies, where Superman floats in the back and then heat vision and kills her. He saw it. Lois didn't see it. Jordan didn't see it. Clark hasn't seen it. Now, obviously, I don't know if that's changed, but I don't think so, because at the end of the episode, he's gone. So I don't think they all saw it, but Jonathan did. And then, of course, lockdown, 20 seconds. Superman luckily gets there the last second, saves his son. Lois freaks out. And I understand, because she literally could not save her son. She had to call Superman, and thankfully he showed up in like barely amount of time to actually save him, because the bullets started flying as he flew into the RV. So it was pretty intense, but it really goes even further, because that's what it seems at first is the main issue, and the fact that she feels helpless at times. But that a little bit of it, but it was really the fact that she's already lost a child once, and she was afraid it was going to happen again. She had a miscarriage. They were going to name her Natalie after her father's mother, her grandmother, and she lost the baby. Wasn't expecting that type of emotion. I wasn't expecting that, because like that is something that, if that happens to you, obviously it's not happened to me, but whenever a woman goes through that, it's really traumatizing, and it changes you. You know, from what I understand. I mean, it's like, I can just even imagining it, like that is brutal stuff. Brutal. And she went through it. And they never once hinted or anything like that until this episode. Now, the one thing I wish that she would have done, and I understand why they didn't, just because story-wise, there was no reason for him to know, but she told Jonathan only. She didn't tell Jordan. I kind of wish she would have told both, because now Jonathan and her have this thing. Of course, Clark knows it as well, but Jordan is the one person, once again, outside of the loop of not knowing information that's very pertinent to what happened just now. So I hope that's not held against the family for not telling him, because I feel like everyone needs to be on the same page, because she overly lost her mind to Jonathan, because partly due to him being stupid and making a decision that almost took his own life, because he would have died if Clark didn't show up in time. She already lost a child once. She was... It just hit her it hit her just differently, you know? So with John Henry Irons, in the other half of this episode, because all that stuff was really intense with Lois, and I'm glad that we got to cover this stuff. I like the fact that it subverted my expectations and gave me a storyline with the Lois stuff and the miscarriage and everything that really blew my mind. So what we were expecting, and we got in a good portion, was the John Henry Irons and Superman conversation where... What happened? Well, he's flying in some sort of ship or something in space, I'm assuming. I'm guessing. Superman on his Earth is slamming his fist into the thing, and then he's flying towards something, but it doesn't show you exactly what it is. It doesn't exactly show you what happened. I don't know. I'm a little confused. But it was really cool because I love seeing his Earth and seeing what happened. I like the fact that it's it's apparently not very different because Morgan Edge is building an army of Kryptonians of sorts, and that's what happened on John's Earth. He's like, look, that happened to my Earth, and Clark joined them. Like, he didn't say Clark, but Superman, because he doesn't know Clark and Superman are the same person. But Superman joined his own kind, and that's the end of mankind. It was the end of us. So he's like, that's going to happen again. I know because I've already seen it. It already happened to my Earth. It's going to happen again. And then after all this goes down, which I'll get to all the fight stuff and then the kryptonite weapons, Superman's telling Lane, he's like, look, we think Morgan Edge is doing this. He's like, so John Henry Irons, he's not crazy? It's like, he's not wrong? Like, I don't think he is, no. I mean, he's wrong about me joining the Kryptonians. He's like, I think they'll have him be tempted by it whenever we get to that point. I'm assuming we'll get to that point, I'm guessing. But he'll be tempted, but he won't join. I mean, come on, he's a different Superman. I think the circumstances on John's Earth was different than what's happening here. So we'll see. But, so there's that whole thing between the fight between, I forget his name, the soldier who apparently is not even really himself anymore because now he's like a Kryptonian now, going after Superman, or well, basically going after John Henry Irons, going to the Sector 5 or whatever, where they have these beta type testing weapons of kryptonite-esque weapons. And I was like, why is he putting that mask on? And it makes sense because he's using kryptonite weapons. It would hurt him too. So that was pretty intense. That gas thing in the beginning, that was pretty crazy. It was a pretty good fight though, and I like the fact that John Henry Irons kills that evil Kryptonian. He's about to kill Superman. Lois comes in, and Lois says, "Look, maybe on your Earth he's evil or whatever, but on this Earth he's a hero, and he saves people. What is that going to make you? Like, what is that going to make you if you kill our Superman?" You're not going to be seen as a hero, John. You're going to be seen as the worst person ever to the people that support Superman. Because there's people out there who, of course, who do not support Superman. There's of course, people in the world that don't, clearly. But to everyone who does, yeah, you're the worst person ever. You know, so he's a hero. Like, what's that going to make you if you kill him? So he's like, shit. He's like, shit. So he's allowed to leave, and he changed the voice, whatever, the AI or whatever that talks to him. It's like he erased the profile for Luthor and added John Henry Irons. And there was a lot of confusion with people that were saying that he's not actually John Henry Irons. No, he's John Henry Irons. It's very clear. It's very clear that he's not another Luthor. But so I'm assuming he'll come back towards the end of the season. I'm assuming because I'm guessing we're going to be diving into more of Morgan Edge stuff, and because like apparently we have the candidates, whatever, for this program, X-Kryptonite. We know what they're doing, but we'll see. So I'm hoping that he comes back, and I get his. He's like, I didn't kill you, but I don't know if I can stand by your side to fight with you. I feel like that's going to change though. Hopefully when he returns, he'll be more like Steel, like the hammer in full force, the actual armor. Maybe that's what he'll do. Maybe he'll show up like that. That'd be really cool if he comes back like that. That'd be awesome. Really enjoyed the episode. Really emotional, crazy stuff, and I'm excited to see where we go from here because this show is getting so damn good. I mean, it's always been good, for my opinion, and it just started off fantastic, and it's continued to be that way. But now it's just getting better and better and better. What did you guys think of this episode of Superman Lois? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comment section below this video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.